Hi, my name is Evan, and I'm a 20-year-old student at University of Guelph in my second year. Lately, I've been having a lot of issues that I cannot overcome despite trying to talk to people. And I feel like no one cares and that I just bother everybody with these issues. I wanted to try and seek an alternative route to explain and express how I feel, as it's kind of like talking to an audience. I'm no different than anyone else suffering from mental health issues, and some might think I should be fine. I'm in university, I have friends, and I have a family. Um, but however, I've just had this consistent feeling of sadness throughout a good portion of my life, maybe 3 or 4 years now. And it's never really been taken seriously by anybody. Um, I've been thinking about ending my life on more than one occasion and have actually attempted to once. And I keep thinking about it. I think about death daily and the different ways I could die. I plan it in my head, thinking how I could die. Um, and I thought I could be able to cope with these feelings, but now I can't. I used to be able to go to the gym, work out, relieve my stress, but now that just doesn't work for me. And anything I do, actually, anything that I like doing, like hanging out with people, going to the gym, I just don't enjoy it anymore. And it just doesn't excite me anymore. And while I'm doing these things, all I can think about is just how I feel. So doing what I love no longer works for me. About a couple years ago, I took a year off and to work and save money for school. But this just made me just hate myself even more. And I wasn't enjoying what I was doing and stopped doing what I loved again, which is working out. I had completely stopped, ate like shit, and just isolated myself from everybody. Um, I did explain to my mother how I felt about this. I told her I felt miserable, and we went to a doctor's to try and get help. Um, but even after 3 visits, I actually never got referred to a psychiatrist or a therapist or really any means of counseling. So I just gave up after that and gave up all my hope. And I looked up different ways to end your life, something easy. And I saw that you could just overdose on acetaminophen because there's a lot of accidental overdoses. And I decided, you know what, I'll just do that. And I took a bottle of pills up to me with my room in the dark and just said, fuck it. And just wanted to end it all right there and then. So I took a handful at night and just wanted to be dead. I wanted to wake up dead. And unfortunately, the next day I woke up and I was still alive. And yeah, I was just angry at myself because I couldn't even do that. I hope that no one ever has this feeling because it is a terrible, terrible feeling. Anyways, I feel like no one cares for me. School is extremely hard, and I'm not doing as well as I'd like to, no matter how hard I try. I'm sure a lot of people feel like that too, but this is just an extra stressor on my life. Um, I feel like all I do is annoy people, and I bring misery to anyone that crosses my path. I just feel like I don't. I feel like I just give off this terrible vibe, even though I try my best to be happy on the outside. Um, as I said before, I don't enjoy anything I do anymore. Every day I wake up and it's just gray. Nothing feels real. Like, I just don't feel like I'm in a life. I feel like I'm in a dream constantly. Nothing around me feels real. I also don't enjoy being at home. I always feel unsatisfied with myself and literally everything that I do. I don't feel like I'm attractive or even good enough for anybody. Speaking of, recently I'm going through a pretty tough breakup where this just exacerbates everything and how I'm feeling. Um, this was with the girl that I truly fell in love with, and ultimately I just found out that everything was a complete lie, and she had never actually loved me or cared for me, and just was dishonest throughout the entire relationship, and doesn't still to this day doesn't even give a shit. And this um, this really fucking hurts me, and this just adds on top of how I feel. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Because of all these added up issues, it is impossible to sleep or even eat, to do anything really. I just feel this pain in my chest all the time, every second of the day, and I want it to go away, but I can't. Um, I don't know. I feel like that my life is just worthless, meaningless, and nothing good will come out of it. I don't really do anything now. I feel like it just wastes time, and I try to distract myself from reality, but all I do is sweep my problems under the rug, hoping they'll go away, but it all just gets worse. It just gets worse. I tend to bottle up how I feel, and eventually it all just comes out at once. Anyways, I wanted to try and make this video for my own sake and see if it helps, and maybe reach out to anyone else out there that might feel the same way that I do. Whoever watches this and is suffering like me, I also hope you find help. I've been trying to get help, but sometimes I think I just need more. And I can't help how I feel anymore. I just want this all to be over. I just want it to all end so I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about paying for school. Don't have to worry about studying. Don't have to worry about people breaking hearts. Don't have to worry about anything. Anything at all. I just feel like there's almost no other options, honestly, than to take my own life. I want to stick it out, but I've just had this feeling for too long, and I just want to end my suffering. Goodbye.